calling all light workers. It is time to act. It is time to get out of your own way. It's time to step out of hibernation. It's time to shine your light. I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened with me the last few years, where I have been hibernating right until this week. So, initially, my business was all about hypnosis, and I was considered a leader in the industry. I would come out on most days and speak to my community. I would show up in social media and I had things to say. And it was easy for me to step up and say those things because I felt like nobody else was saying them. And I was very passionate about my belief system around the power of hypnosis. Now, I have left that profession. I've still got clinics, but I've left that profession in terms of I don't want to speak about the mind anymore. I don't want to speak about hypnosis anymore, but I do want to speak about awakening and spirituality and everything to do with authenticity and so on. Now, it's been a very interesting space when you leave one space, which is related because the previous space that I was in was all about empowerment and using your mind to feel empowered. But now, if we look at the scale of awareness, the next level is all about awakening to the truth of who we really are. And I haven't felt comfortable in coming out to speak about these topics because I can see ahead of the people that are already in this field and have been teaching for a long time. And when I get up in the morning and I have this topic in my head about speaking about this topic, I will see that already this topic today has been spoken about from Laurie Ladd, from Feel Good, from Carl Cease. It's like, oh my God, people are going to think that I'm copying them if I talk about this topic. And I'm not copying them. This is what came into my head this morning too, the same topic. But what I have been given, and I believe I've been given this by my spirit guides, is this vision. And I think this vision is going to help other light workers who feel a bit intimidated about getting online and speaking their truth when there are so many other spiritual teachers who are in this space and maybe are more eloquent and more articulate about this space. And so this is the vision that I was given. I was given this vision of these roads, like heaps and heaps and millions of roads that go up and down. And you're on one of these roads. As a consciousness, you're on one of these roads. And ahead of you on the same road are the teachers that you've listened to. In my case, it's been Feel Good, Carl Cease, Aaron Abke, and they are ahead because they're teaching the stuff that brought me into my space. And they're beating their drum. So this is the vision that I was given. They're actually got this big drum and it's going boom, 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 boom. And they're beating their drum. And those of us who are just behind on the journey are listening to that drum. And so then what we need to do is we need to beat our drum after a period of time. So we need to integrate our learnings first. So that's why I've had this period of hibernation for the last, I don't know, year or so where I haven't been coming up onto social media. I haven't been speaking up. I haven't been saying things because I've been thinking, what's the point? It's already been said by so many other teachers, but no one's going to say it like me. Because no one can say it like me, because no one has my particular experience, and no one can say it like you because no one has your particular experience and your particular outlook. And this is the other thing. There's a reason as to why you're here on this earth, and there's a reason as to why I'm here. So this big, masterful puzzle is so huge and so massive and so perfect that we are all a puzzle piece. So the puzzle cannot be completed unless you do your bit, unless I do my bit. I can't do somebody else's bit because they're doing it, but I can do my bit. And so the image that I got given by my spirit guides is that now it's my turn to get that drum and to start boom, 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 actually making the sound that I need to make so that people that have less awareness than me, and we're not talking about less intelligence, less experience, less any of that. It's just less awareness in terms of the path that we're on. They're going to hear that from me as opposed to the people ahead of me, because I am resonating with them. I'm able to speak at the level that they need to hear. And so then after they integrate those learnings, then they're going to be beating their drum to their people. It's never ending. This is something that we all need to do. We need to beat our drum really loud, really authentically, and really fearlessly. And this is just one of the paths that I was shown. That if you can imagine that, like, there's millions of paths, almost if you can look at that light there, and there's actually millions of little wires all around this one here. Millions and millions of little wires all around, and these are all the paths. And every single one of us is needed to beat our drum. That's why we're here during these times when the consciousness is shifting in such a profound way across the globe, because we must speak our truth. We must stand up and talk about what is our truth, what is real for us. And that way we're shining our light, we're beating our drum, and then anybody who's around can actually be gravitated towards that. So if you're a light worker, if you're a way shower, and you've been hiding, and if you've been keeping a low profile, I've been keeping a low profile, we need to stand up and speak. And it doesn't matter if somebody else has already said the same thing. They're not going to say it like you. I'm just not going to play that game anymore. And so if I wake up in the morning and I have this, after my meditation, I get some messages that have come down to me, I have to say those messages. I'm not going to turn on social media and go, oh, it's too late. Laurie Ladd's already said that message, or Phil Good's already said that message, or whoever has already said that message. That message was given to me too. So I am also worthy of spreading that message. We're all the same. We've got to stop idolizing people. We are all the same in terms of our, the light that we carry and the light that we hold. We all carry this light. We all hold this light. So we all have to stand up, speak up. We all have to beat that friggin' drum, light that torch, and hold it up high so that the people in your circles can hear you. So stop hiding. Don't worry about what other people say and what other people do. We have to stand up and we have to speak. We cannot remain silent anymore. Once we've had our rest period, because I know that after doing my big lot of work in my previous life, I needed to have a rest. I needed to just completely let go of any need to get onto social media. But now that I feel that I'm more connected into myself, my spirit guides, my family of light than ever before, I have to speak the truth. I have to stand up and say what are the messages that have come to me? What is going on in my world? What are my thoughts? What are my feelings? Because people are going to notice, and people will notice you too. And at this stage, it feels like I'm not speaking to anybody because there is no audience. But we keep showing up and we keep speaking our truth, then there will be. But the audience doesn't come before the truth. The truth comes before the audience. So we have to shine our light first in order for anybody to see that light, in order for anybody to hear that drum beat. So light workers, it's time to shine your light. It's time to beat your drum. Let's do it. Sending you so much love.